Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. In this video, I show you how to create your own custom professional video player. For a professional website, it is very important and it is best practice that you have professional custom video player when you display a video or audio on your website. It makes and it helps your website to look professional. In this video, I show you how to make this. You see, this is exactly like a custom video player on YouTube. When you play a video on YouTube, you have all these options also in YouTube. So I also teach you how to make all this stuff, and then you have play pause button, and then you have a button for to jump to the next video, mute and unmute. And then here you have a range to increase and decrease the sound volume. And you see the current time on the total video length or the video duration, and then the bar that shows the running time. If the autoplay is on, it automatically plays the next video in the list. You have the subtitle, and then you have here settings to change the play speed, and then the quality, and then you have here mini player or picture in picture. Example, picture in picture, and then when you close it, it comes back to the original one. And then here you have full screen, that it shows the video in full screen. And then when your mouse is outside the window, you don't see the control options. When you hover over your video, the control options appear, and then you can exit the full screen. You have also nice tooltips here. Play, when it is playing, it says pause, and then here says play next video. It is mute, and then when it is muted, it says unmute, and then it is the volume, and then it says autoplay, and then subtitle, settings, mini player or picture in picture mode, theater mode, and full screen. Let us jump to the code and create this custom video player. Somewhere in your machine, create a folder and then open it in Visual Studio Code. Here in this folder, first create a file called index.html for the structure of your web application. First, we create the user interface of our video player. Custom video player. I also create just a header. Open here a section. Give it a class player wrapper. And we display it like flex and flex center. We will create that class, and then here another section for the controllers. Inside of this, open a div element, give it a class controller container flex and flex column, justify ARD, justify content around. Inside of it, we have the player bar. a class called running playbar, another section class flex, items center, justify btw, which is justify content between, another section. For the icons in this video, I use material icons from Google. So let us jump to the Google and type here material icons, and then you have material symbols and icons. Jump to the audio and video, and then around it, and here you have all the icons. It's very easy to use. For example, if you want to use this play arrow, and then here you get the link, all you need to do is copy the link, jump to your code editor, and here import, just paste it. And then the other thing that you need is this style. For now, copy it. For the styling, we will use an external file. Just create here a file called style.css, and first thing first, body margin 0, and then padding 0. For now, paste it here, and then you got also this style element. Remove it, save it, and then we also import your style file here, link style.css, and here you have a span element. Copy it and bring it here, paste it here. Also add another class icon, and then also a margin e10. We will create this class, another class play, and tooltip title that says play. Let us see how it looks like in the browser. So I use here a live server, go live. For now it looks just like this. Here we have our icon. I have all the icons locally because I created this project once to show you, so I will just use those namings. It is very simple. We got the link, and this style is everywhere the same, and just the inner text or the text content is different for each icon. So for example, if I want to use the pause, all that is different here, that the text says pause, it is copy and pasted below this. It is material symbols rounded, material symbol rounded, and these are what we added. And then you have just the text that says play arrow, and here the text says pause. And if you go back to your application, you see here you have the play icon, here the pause icon. So I close this, I don't need it anymore. That was just the introduction to material icons. For all icons, add the icon class and me10 margin int 10 pixel, and then a post class and tooltip that says pause. Let us style the header padding top and bottom 5 pixel, right and left 0 pixel, and then text align center, and the background is going to be something like 009090, and the color is going to be white. And then for the h1 header h1, and then the font size 40 pixel, the font size for the icon 30 pixel, and then the color for the icon, we want that it is icons are white but a little bit transparent. Let us jump to see. We don't see the icons now because its color is white. So the header, let us create here some general styles. So we used flex, which says display flex. Display flex is display flex with flex direction row, and then you need to create, if you want to change the direction to column, you need to say it flex direction column, and then flex center we used. So justify content center, all of them center, align content center, justify between, justify content flex space between. Copy this and change this one to, we also need a hidden class that says display none, merge top 10, merge top 10 pixel, merge start, merge left 10 pixel, and merge end is merge right 10 pixel. You also need a class grayed out. Let us continue with HTML. We also need an icon for the next. Play next video. And the text for this icon is skip next. Open here a div for the volume. Inside of this we need a span. Call it mute. The text for this is volume up. And then for the unmute, the text for that is volume off, and it says unmute. Here I span for the volume range. Input type is range, minimum is 0, maximum is 1, and step is 0.05, and the current value is 1, and the class for this is sound volume. It also has a title, that says volume. Then open here another span for the timestamp, another span with the text 00 and call it give it a class current time. Some of these classes are just for readability, like documentation, what it is, or like notice separator. Here open another section for the extra options. Here open a div, another div. This is also an icon, so that is the text, and we also take over the whole this one. Let us see it once. So only we see this because the icons have white color. Let us change it just for now. Now this is how it looks like for now. This is for the autoplay. Copy one of the spans that are an icon and then paste it here for the subtitle. The text for that is closed caption. By default it is grayed out, so here open a div for the options for the settings with a class icon size and margin 10. For the subtitle, and this is the settings. Open a section for the settings container. Inside of it a div and then another div. Remove this from here. For now this is also not necessary. Open another div. Open a selected element and with some options. And these are the options for the selected element for play speed. Another div here as well with the same class as the first option. It also has a margin top 10 so that there is 10 pixel space between the first item in the settings and the second item in the setting. Then copy this. Here a div for the select an option. Option. These are the options for the quality. So we play the title or the tooltip. For that, on it is container. It says quality, and this one says Let's see. So this is how it looks like now without so much styling. So let us close this one. This is for the settings. Below that, create another icon. This is for the mini player or picture-in-picture mode. Running watermark. This is the text for this icon. C. So this one for the theater mode is crop 3 2 full screen exit, and the text for that is also full screen exit. Open here a section for the subtitle. But we don't have any subtitle for the video that I have in this example. So this is just an example text that you can turn on and off the subtitles. And if you have a real subtitles, you can programmatically update that text. And then completely below, create another section for the video title. Now we are done with HTML. Let us jump to the CSS and style our application. Let us style from top to bottom. First, for the player wrapper, and style for full screen. In full screen, the width should be 100%, height 100%, and position fixed top, bottom, left, right, 0 on a black background. No padding, no margin. Then a class for video controller with 100% or inherit is the same, and then opacity 0 so that it does not show up. Now there is nothing because the opacity is 0. So when we hover over the video holder or over the video, it should show up with also a transition with an animation. So player wrapper, when you hover over that, you say video controller opacity 1, and the transition for that is opacity and 3 seconds. You see, now there is nothing, but if I hover, it appears in 3 seconds like an animation. You see, very nice. And then for the controller container head, we want the head to inherit from its parent. Now for the video holder, width inherit and head also inherit from its parent, and we want that it has black background. Let's see now, very nice. And the video itself, we want that the width is auto, so sometimes it can be the full width or sometimes it can be the half or something, but the head should be fixed, no overflow in the head. Width auto, and then hit inherit. For the auto play bar, with 50 pixel, hit 15 pixel, border radius 10 pixel, and background with a little bit transparency. Let's see. Now this is the autoplay. Now autoplay switcher, font size 20 pixel, padding 1 pixel, border and radius 50%, which means round, background white, color black. So that is that one. Player bar width 100% your full width. The running by default is 0%, like the video is not playing yet. And hit inherit background red. There's some kind of the same as that. It is change the background of the video holder. That should be like this. Background of the bar is not showing up. Player bar. Player bar. This is play bar actually. I made a mistake here. Play bar. Yeah, now it is showing up. Was the play bar? The width of the running is now 0. If you change it to 50, you see now it comes here. So the running should have a little bit transparency. I changed the switcher. I changed it back to this. 10 pixel margin left for the timestamp. Margin start 10. And also some space between this. For the player option wrapper, player option wrapper, position relative, height 110 pixel, top minus 200 pixel, left minus 160 pixel, width 250 pixel, and background padding 7 pixel, border radius 10 pixel. Options, that's why it is not working. So the settings wrapper, it's time to debug what is wrong with this. This is in the video wrapper. So this is the weight, this is the head. It is add here the icon size. Now you see it is much better. It was because of this, but there is still a problem. This one should be centered and this one should be centered and corrected. The rest is okay, and by default the pause and the exit full screen should also be hidden. So the exit full screen, add a class hidden here, that should be hidden. The unmute should be hidden, and then the pause should be hidden. So when you click on it, you should toggle the icon. For example, if it is playing, the pause should be here to pause, and then when you click on mute and it is muted, you should also change the icon to that, and by default it should appear the full screen icon to make it full screen. Now change the icon color back to white. Let's continue with the styling, and these two problems will solve automatically, hopefully. For the selected, the background should be transparent, color white, border none, outline none. So no border, no outline for the selected, and the selected option, color black, very nice. This are also not so center. For the video title, as for this one, for the volume container, by default display none and make it important, otherwise it does not work. And then when you hover over the sound, you should display the volume container. Volume container, display flags, and then important. Now nothing, but if you hover over this, you see it. Input type is range. You see, now it is that. Changing the style of slider thumb, this blue round circle with an height 40 pixel. Corner radius 9 pixel. Then vertical alignment meta. Voila. Why the subtitle does not appear? This is an example subtitle. This is the class subtitle. Okay, now it appears here. This is an example subtitle. The styling is also done, but there are some issues as I see here and here. Let's see what is wrong here. Add items center. Here we don't have the items center actually. Items center. Align items center. And it solves this problem. You see now there is no problem. Let us first bring some video to show here. So here I bring these 3 videos. Create here a JavaScript file, app.js. Import the JavaScript file in your HTML file. Okay, use strict. Bring the video element and this video element document dot query selector video and create here a video list with the list of the videos. And by default, or when the website loads, we display the first video in the list. And we say video element dot src video list 0, and then we also add here dot mp4. So as you see, now we have the video here, but none of these buttons work now. For to make it work, we also need to create some functions and stuff. But first, the style of this player option background, I want it to be like this with now it is a little bit better. By default, this also should be hidden, and the subtitle also should be hidden. This should be hidden, and this should be hidden. So when you click on settings, you should see the options. And when you click on caption, you should see the subtitle. Bring the controller elements inside the JavaScript. We need, and it is also best practice, to store the state of our application. Now we store the default state of our application. Let us add an event to the play button. Play button dot add event listener. Click event, and for that we create here a function handle play, and we say video element dot play, that is a method on video, and we say handle play. So now when you play this, they should start playing the video. Pause button dot on click. You can also add event using the on keyword, the on prefix before the event name, and then here an anonymous function. Video element dot pause. You have also this method on the video class. To toggle the icon, we should create here a function because we will use that function more than once. Toggle display, for example, and we pass here the hide and display element, and the hide dot class list dot add header, and from the display we just say class list dot remove header. It is implemented here on the play and pause. Toggle display. When you click on play, you should hide the play icon and display the pause icon. So play button for hide and pause button for display, and here toggle pause button for hiding and play button for display. See, and now we can stop and stop. Now let us update the time bar and also this the total time and the current time. video element dot on playing, and say the total time dot inner HTML. And here is a trick. When you get the length of your video, it is in second. So the chance is that we have a video that it is length is 1 hour or many hours and many minutes and many seconds. So we have to handle that properly. For that we need another function, video duration, and here we pass the video length, colon D. First, the second, you also have to round that. So the second modulus 60, this is the remainder of dividing all those seconds by 60 to convert it to minute, then getting the remainder. Minute math dot round d divided by 60, and then hour, we say if minute is greater than 59, minute divided by 60, because 60 minutes is 1 hour. Otherwise, just say that it is 0, then return if hour is greater than 0, then return hour concatenating with colon, and then minute again concatenating with colon, and then second. Otherwise it is less than 1 hour, so we have only minute and second. We return only a minute and concatenating second. The C button and X button is close to each other. When you try to type second, you type another thing. And here we set the inner text or inner HTML of this element. So we call here the video duration with the video link. Video element dot duration is an attribute property on video element that you can call. And I play, and it says the length of this is now 1 minute and 45 seconds. Video element dot on time update, video duration, and then here you pass the current time. Video element dot current time is also another property in the video element. Now it updated to 00. If I say playing, it is playing like that, 00. But now the bar is not updating, so go back to the style running, change it to 0, and then say current time dot style dot width, video element dot current time divided by video element dot duration times 100 and concatenated with a percentage symbol. Current time bar, my mistake. Now you see it is working. Function handle mute, and here pass aim, say video element dot mute it. If it is equal to mute it, so mute the video. And we also need to toggle the UI. And we call this function inside of our user interface. We have volume up and volume off. On click, and we pass here aim as mute. I do this like this because to show you that you also can do it like this, you know. Volume dot on input, and here video element dot volume, and the volume element dot value. function handle next. Pass here an element example for now. If the video index is less than the video list dot length -1, increase the video index in the setting. Source video list settings dot video index concatenating the mp4 extension, and setting also the video title, and then also handle the play to toggle the play icons and also play automatically. Let us use this. See, go to the next video and automatically plays the next video and changes the icon to pause. So if it is the last video, we also want to make it disabled and grayed out. If settings and the video index +1 is equal to video element video list dot length disabled true, and then make it grayed out. Let us try voila. Let us do the autoplay. So video element on ended. When the video is ended, it should automatically play the next video if the autoplay is on. If settings not autoplay, if it is true, then handle next. So let's import the play next element here. Create a function called handle autoplay. So element dot class list dot toggle, and then we here toggle also the autoplay in the settings. So what is first element child? We have the autoplay, and this div is the first and last child of the element autoplay. And the default text for this is play arrow, and we get that, and we check if it is pause, change it to play arrow, otherwise change it to pause. We have to use this function. See, now it toggles from the end to start and from the start to end, and also changes the icon. Let us try it. Voila. Function handle subtitle get the element dot class list dot toggle grayed out. Let us use it. Here is the caption. Okay, very nice. On click we pass this element. Okay, that was the mistake, was uppercase letter S. Grayed out and grayed out. Voila. You have many ways to display and hide the settings or the options, and directly here we can add JavaScript. On click document dot query selector player options wrapper dot class list dot toggle hidden. That is one way. Let us handle the play speed now. settings and dot play speed wrapper is element video element dot playback rate is a property on video element that you can get or set the play speed of the video is element dot value. And come here on change, pass this, set the speed to something like that. Voila, it works very good. So I leave the quality to you that you can handle it. Let us now jump to the picture-in-picture mode or mini player. So picture-in-picture is just an API. If document dot picture-in-picture element, if it is enabled, document dot exit picture-in-picture, you call it. This returns promise. You can also handle it and do stuff with it. Else, if document.picture-in-picture enabled, video element not request picture-in-picture. Come to the picture-in-picture mode. See, now you have also this, and you also have a mini player. You can back to this, you can exit this, but that's not the point of picture-in-picture. When it is enabled, the default player has to disappear. So let us do that. Player wrapper, which is the default player, classless dot add hidden. So when you click, it removes, but if you click back to tab, they both disappear. There is another event that you can use to handle that properly. Video element dot on leave picture-in-picture function player wrapper dot classless dot remove hidden. So now you can switch between both of them. The theater mode is just full screen with the video title. Now let us handle the full screen. Const full screen exit document dot query selector full screen exit player wrapper dot class list dot toggle full screen. Now you also have to toggle the icons. If full screen, toggle display full screen and then full screen exit. Else toggle full screen exit full screen. Control C. Here on the icon, add an event on click and pass here this as full screen, for example, and on the exit full screen pass nothing. Now let us try it out. Allowing out full screen, and then when you click, you exit full screen, and let us go back and change the controller, the opacity back to 0 and 1, so it has to come and leave full screen, and voila, it comes and it plays very nice. And then you remove picture-in-picture, keeps playing, come back to original one, full screen, and this one, and full screen, and this one. I hope it was helpful and I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching.